Motherfucker. What's up? Welcome to the Vegas Benchwarmer channel. Of course, this is the Benchwarmer podcast, episode 65. We are talking nothing but NBA playoffs and betting, NBA playoffs betting. We have a special guest that's joining us. Of course, I'm He Hate Me 702, and my man is
Jeremy with a G.
All right. So, first couple minutes, we're going to talk about betting. We got a special guest joining us, very good at bets. It's called You Bet Smart Podcast. If you're on YouTube, check the description. It's directly to their link is to in the description of the channel. Also, if you follow us on Twitter, make sure you check our tweets. We have them linked in there. So we're going to go ahead and bring him in first and let him shout himself out. Scott, welcome to the podcast. How you doing, boss?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Doing great. Jeremy, how you doing? All right.
Jeremy,
So Scott,
Jeremy looks like he's doing good.
Tell everybody where they can find you at.
Yeah, you can find us on Twitter and Discord, everything, Facebook, Instagram, it's TikTok. It's all at You Bet Smart. It's the letter U, BET Smart. So at You Bet Smart on all the platforms. And our podcast is the You Bet Smart podcast. You can find it on all the platforms too.
Nice. All right. And then another person we have coming on, he's been on here before. We got Jason. Jai's coming on so I can argue some damn NBA finally. This is my brother-in-law.
What's up, man?
We basically argue all the time at family functions. We do you know we missed the egg hunt on Easter?
Really?
Yeah, we missed the booze egg hunt.
See, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they did. They do an adult Easter egg theme hunt. So they hide eggs with booze in them. And my wife was like, I was like, when the booze egg hunt happened? She's like, you and Jason were talking about sports. You missed the whole thing.
Oh, I didn't even know. We were arguing about Daniel Jones, I think, or something like that.
Yeah,
No, it was Dak Prescott. It was Dak Prescott.
That's right. It was.
That's another conversation for another day.
All right. So we're going to start with some betting. I'm going to tell Scott the bet that I did. I'm going to let him talk about the futures. This like is pissing me off. Talk about whatever betting he has. But first up, I personally got a bet that I made. I made the Kings over the Warriors. To me, it was just a stupid bet that the Warriors are favored. I understand that they're repeat champions.
You talking about game 3 or like for the whole series?
For the whole series.
What'd you get it at? What was the line?
Plus 240.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plus 240. Damn.
Yeah.
That's good.
I got it on Friday night. It was at plus 240. Yep.
Before the series started.
Before the series started. Okay.
Okay.
So I wanted to go in and I wanted to bet. I technically just wanted to bet the Kings going to the Western Conference Finals.
Oh, wow.
But I was like, you know what? Maybe I should bet them coming out because I think that was like plus 5,000 or something like that. But yeah, and it was plus 2,200 for them to. It was plus 5,000 for them to win the finals, plus 2,200 for them to win the Western Conference Finals. So I was thinking about doing that, but where I was at Red Rock, it was no future bet. So what do you think about my Kings Warrior bets before the series?
I actually really like it. I still like that bet. So that's what I was looking at. That's one of the bets I wrote down. So they're up 2-0 in the series. And I looked it up and it's at minus 155 right now for them to win the series. And I still like it. I know you got to lay down some juice for it, but I still like it at minus 155.
Yeah, no, it's still good. It's still a good bet. It's just what did you like so well about the bet in the very beginning? Like what led you to that?
Nothing. What led me to it is what it is right now. So it wasn't on my radar at the beginning of the series. I kind of was. I know that one was Golden State was favored in that one. And I thought that there was no value there where it was at. I think you said you got it at plus 240. Yeah. I feel like that's where it was. But after watching them battle out in the first 2 games, I really think Sacramento has an edge against them. Okay. Especially I think they're in Draymond Green's head. I mean, he's like stomping players. He's stomping Sabonis. I think that I think that they realized, especially Green realized that they're not going to be able to handle these guys like they thought they would. So they're getting desperate. And I like the Kings. So even at minus 155, that's when it came on my radar when I liked it.
Okay. What was your lock for the series? Like did you do series bets? Well, you know what, explain how you do your betting process.
Yeah, so for NBA playoffs, I don't really see a whole lot of value once it gets to the playoffs. I like to do a lot of my future bets at the beginning of the season.
Okay.
One of my favorite bets is already gone. I lost it. It was New Orleans to win the whole thing, and it was at plus 5,500. That was one of my favorite bets at the beginning of the season, but they just didn't show up this year. They had to stay healthy. But
Zion,
if you want what, yeah, exactly. Zion he just doesn't show up year after year. One of these years he's going to do it.
He said he's healthy, but he's not mentally right. So
Ben Simmons.
Yeah, mental health is important.
Literally.
But one of my favorite bets going into the playoffs was the Sixers to beat the Nuggets, and I got it at plus 4,400, and it's down. Yeah, Sixers. I also like another one too. So I just looked it up, and right now it's at plus 2,700. So it dropped from 4,300 to 2,700 just in the first couple. I don't even know why that would matter. I guess because Sixers went up 2-0, and Denver looked like they were gonna handle the first round pretty easy. But just it makes me feel good. I'm always looking for value bets, and it makes me feel good when the line drops from 4,300 to 2,700, but I still have it at 4,300. So I feel even if it loses, I feel good about that bet because it's looking good right now.
Do you think that has anything to do with the Suns also losing their first game?
Yeah,
because
it could.
That was the favorite for like basically everybody. I didn't look at the sporting books, but it seemed like that was the favorite, was the Suns, not Denver. And now that Denver looked so good the first game and the Suns looked okay.
It probably was. That's probably it. I think there's a lot of question marks in the West now, all of a sudden with these first games, because the Lakers, Morant's not looking good. He hurt his hand. The Lakers look good over Memphis. And then Golden State was the favorite, even though they're the 6th seed. But now Sacramento's looking like they're the favorite. The Clippers Suns, they're playing right now. The Clippers are up by 4. And the impressive thing about the Clippers in the first game was that Phoenix was pulling away in the third quarter. I actually had a live bet on them where I got them at I think it was plus 2.5 when they were down. And then they came back. I'm like, that's what I thought would happen. And then the Clippers came back at the end and then took the game at the end in Phoenix. So there's a lot of question marks in the West. So I think that's why the East is looking pretty good right now, because it's a lot more of there's good teams. There's 3 good teams: Sixers, Celtics, and the Bucks. And I think the Bucks are still a fine team. Yeah, even though they lost, they just got upset. And Giannis was out most of that game too. But it looks like he's going to come back. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's what the difference is that there's a lot of question marks in the West.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with a lot of question marks in the West. I mean, originally I liked Lakers over Memphis. I think, I like them. I like the Suns over Clippers without PG. I still like the Suns over the Clippers without PG. Like, I don't know what the line is, but that would be something that I would definitely watch after this game, or maybe game 3, and probably try to bet on it after that, depending on what the series is at. Because I don't, unless the series is over, I'm not betting against Durantula. I'm just not.
You can't.
No.
The only thing that is a little bit against the Suns is that they formed so late in the season, and then you don't care about that. And the Durant got hurt, but I mean, these guys are pros and they play with each other on other situations, so I'm sure they can handle it.
The reason why I don't care about them forming so late, because in my opinion, I'm not saying chemistry doesn't matter, but I think that is a lot of media talk, and that's the only thing that they can use against the Suns is you can't play 8 games and go into the playoffs. But Kevin Durant, you can put him anywhere. You can put him in Space Jam. You could put him in a park. He goes
he's the easiest superstar to play with.
If it was LeBron, I would completely agree with. But Kevin Durant is the easiest superstar, in my opinion, to play with. That's why I don't buy that in with the Suns. I just think the Suns were they were shocked. They were surprised. I don't think they expected them to be that physical. What would be one of your locks right now that you would have to think about? If you said a lock, let's get a lock.
If I'm going with a lock on the NBA playoffs, I got to go. I hate to bring it back up, but I got to go with the Kings at minus 155. Okay. They're up 2 games in the series, and that's not that much juice that you're giving up on that. Okay. But to answer your question, what was the spread on the series for the Suns game in right before it started. It was minus 200 Suns still. Okay. Even though they were down 1-0, but there is value in that since they lost the first game and it came down from, I think it was minus 600 or 500, something around. So it came all the way down to minus 200 after the first game. So that's a good one too. I wouldn't say that's a lock, but I like the Kings. That's my lock for the first round series.
Jeremy, you got any questions to ask him about playoff betting?
Have you seen me bet?
Yeah, I have.
Look, I walk up and I'm like, that one.
You're just pulling them out of a hat?
Yeah.
Pretty much. There's no rhyme or reason at all. Just whatever.
Do you guys bet a lot?
Not as much as we used. See, this is a problem with me betting. When I bet, I lose.
Okay, like, yeah, that's a problem.
That's why me betting on the Kings was so, like, I've been watching them like crazy. And even my wife is like, yeah, how's her bet? Because I always lose. So it's one of those things where I love betting. I can talk betting. I can tell people how to bet. I understand spreads and all that. It's just when I put my money down, it goes the totally opposite way.
Now I'm not feeling so confident about that Kings bet then.
So I trust me. I'm praying on that Kings bet right now because I'm not. I mean, he's seen it. I had one bet I had with a buddy of mine was that the Patriots don't win more than 7 games with Cam Newton. Last game of the season, or 7 or more games. So they had to lose under 7. Last game of the season, they won 7 games. Yeah. Like, it does not matter what we're talking about, what we talk about in betting. Jason, you just turned 21, right? Not too long ago?
No, 22.
22. So do you bet much?
Nah, I always think about it though. I feel like it's like, I don't know. I feel like with NBA it's a little bit harder because you always have teams that win that aren't supposed to win during the regular season. So.
Yeah, because
I would bet during the playoffs. I bet during the playoffs 100% because some of these series are super easy, like to call. Like the Celtics are going to win theirs, the Heat are going to lose, and I'm a Heat fan. The Kings are going to beat the Warriors. So it's like kind of some easy ones.
Jason, what do you feel about the next game against your guys' Heat? The Bucks are -6.
Well, they said Giannis is questionable, right? He's doubtful. They said he's doubtful, right?
I think he's gonna play. The article I just read, it sounded like he's playing.
Giannis and I feel like he should play. And like we also have to remember, dude, like we just lost Tyler Hero and he broke his hand. They're saying he won't come back to the finals. We're not even gonna make it that far. Tyler Hero averages 20 points a game. Like we can't just lose 20 points a game because we don't really have any like consistent scorers besides Jimmy Butler. So like we ain't going nowhere. I've accepted that, man. Especially if Giannis is back, there's no way. Without Giannis, yes.
So do you think that you guys will lose by more than 6?
If Giannis is playing, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, in the next game, yeah. That's a value bet that I like is the -6, and I also think that it's hinged between 2 numbers because Giannis was questionable. Mm-hmm. So once they give the okay that he is definitely playing, that's going to go up to -8. So you can get a little like 2-point value right there.
I'm paying attention to this.
Well, I hope I'm right.
I hope you are too, because I'm gonna track this like crazy. And then so in the East, if you were to pick a finals contender, you said Philly and Denver was your best bet. But right now, after watching, has anything changed? Do you still think Philly, and why do you like Philly as a betting purpose?
Well, the reason is because of the value. So I don't. I think that if it was an even playing field, I would pick the Celtics. That's who I'm picking. But I'm getting a lot of value with the Sixers for whatever reason, probably because they have to face the Celtics in the second round. And then if they beat them, then they're going to have to beat the Bucks. And then if they beat them, they're going to have to beat whoever comes out of the West. So they have the toughest road. And I think that's why you're getting the value. But I think the Sixers, they've been in it. They've been together for a little bit now, and they've been in it in this situation where they failed in the past. But this is the season where I think that they can break through. And it's just because of the value. Just because, I mean, in that bet, that Philly Denver bet plus 4,300, that's out of control. And that's, I think, why they brought it back down to 2,700. Another one that if you're looking for one now, I like just for value is Philly and the Lakers, and that one's at 4,400 right now, plus 4,400. I mean, these are long shots, so I'll look great if they hit, but if they don't, doesn't matter because they're long shots. But that's another one that just has value just because the Lakers, they don't have a hard road.
Oh, no, they don't.
Yeah, they don't have a hard road to get there. And then Philly will probably handle them, I think, if they faced off. But these are just value bets. To answer your question, I think it's going to be Boston. But for the value, I would bet on the Sixers.
So when you're betting, when you're going to pick bets and stuff like that, you're basically looking at value. You take away like kind of your fandom, what you kind of you don't.
No, I do.
Okay. And then kind of because what I'm hearing from you is you're telling me why you think, but you just literally told me Philly had the hardest road.
Yeah, that's why they have the best value.
Denver might have the hardest road because they have to play the Clippers or the Suns next, and they could have to beat the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals.
And that's probably adding to the value too. But the one thing is when somebody's looking at these brackets, so the average fan, the average NBA fans looking at these brackets, they're looking for that. They're looking at like, well, the Sixers have a hard road. They're not going to win. So nobody's betting on them. So then the books they sweeten the deal a little bit. So that just shows me that they gave so much value and then they dropped it down. It just shows me that it was the right bet. And so even though they have the hardest road, I'm just thinking like the average better. And then when you're looking for value, you're going against the average better. You're going against the public. That's one of my rules of thumb is you'll find in a lot of my bets is it goes against the public. Jason, you mentioned something about the regular season, about betting on the regular season, how like I don't know how you phrased it, but you're saying like the underdogs can win a lot during the regular season.
It always happens.
Yeah, so that's a lot that plays into our betting strategy. We pick a lot of like underdogs in the regular season. So yeah, that's kind of like I think what you're asking is what's our betting strategy?
Yeah, because by the way, it's Jason.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
But no, you're good.
Sorry,
but because in my mind, I'm thinking that what you're doing is kind of just like not smart, but I don't bet. That's because it's like I get it. You can make the most money.
If you're thinking that it's not smart, that's exactly what we're going for. We get that a lot. That what we're doing is not smart because we're going against the public. So most people, when they listen to what our strategy is, or if they see the list of our bets every day, we have like 10 to 20 bets a day, across all sports. And when they see it, a lot of times we get pushback. We're like, well, we don't. If someone signs up to become our client, we get a lot of pushback. Like, why is these the bets? Because they don't make sense. And that's the secret, is that they don't make sense. So we're going against the public a lot. A lot of what we do, so everything is based off of a model. So it's like a computer simulated model that simulates the games 10,000 times. And then we compare that to the line. So like with the Bucks game, model says -8. It should be at -8. Now it's factoring in that Giannis is playing in that game. The model is. So we're getting a 2-point value on there. And then it kind of goes down this funnel to where we look at systems bets. And then we also look at line movement. We look at where the public is betting. Here's a big one. Here's my secret sauce right here. When the public is not betting on a side. So let's say 10% of the public is on one side. But then the bookies make the line, they sweeten the deal. They make the line, they push it away from the public. So that means that the bookies are betting on a certain line. That tells me like huge information. It's called reverse line movement. And that means that if I bet with the bookies, then all of a sudden I'm on the same team as Vegas. So that's a big one that I look for. I look for a lot of reverse line movement. So I'm always on the side that Vegas wants to win. That's the secret right there. I just told you the whole thing.
So I'm just letting you know, I purposely, I just, if you go to Twitter right now, that is the beginning of a clip from Twitch. of you saying that's the secret. It don't make sense. So I clipped that because that was so fucking amazing. I've never heard that from a betting strategy. Normally they go with analytics and you pick this guy and you pick this based off this, and your strategy is completely different. I think that's awesome and amazing.
Nice. But you're not going to put that out to the world so everybody knows my secret, right? No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, I
don't care. I don't care.
It's already there. So.
Twitter is public.
Just messing with you.
I didn't say anything. Yeah, we're live right now. So
no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, they the thing is like you still have to do a lot of work to come up with all of these numbers. So I don't care giving up the secret. I mean, if you want to take the secret and do the work yourself, by all means, So
basically what he's saying for all the people that don't know how to bet is don't just go out there and pick some random ass shit. You got to have a strategy besides your shit that doesn't make sense. That's what he's saying. Don't go start throwing darts at a board and go, this don't make sense. I'm picking it. Don't do that. Well, I mean, in some sports you could, but yeah.
You can do it in darts.
Exactly.
Don't do it in anything else.
Exactly. All right. So anything else you want to say before we move on to the matchups?
I could just rattle off some other bets that I found that might be good.
Go ahead.
I found this one bet. So Lakers are up 1-0 in the series. I found a bet that is they became a huge favorite. So last night when I looked it up, they were minus 150 to win the series, and I actually like that because Morant's not looking like he's going to play in the second game, and they're up 1-0. But then it moved up to minus 300 just before we came on. So it went from minus 150 to minus 300. But if you get that after 3 games, the Lakers are up 2-1 in the series. So they just got to split these next 2 games, no matter which way it goes. That's only minus 108. So that's an even money bet. So if you like the Lakers in the series, but you don't want to put a bunch of money just to win a little bit, that's one that you could find that I like because I think they're going to split the next 2 games. Another one, what's the other one? I like the Bucks because it's down to minus 225 for the series, and they're gonna come back. Like Jason was saying, Tyler Hero is not playing for the rest of the season, and they were like hinged around that guy during the season. And then one other one that I like, and by the way, these are not official bets. I kind of came up with these just because I was coming on the show. So these aren't official You Bet Smart bets. Okay. These are just some fun ones that I found. Last one is that Philly sweep, and that's plus 140. I don't think Brooklyn has a chance against them.
No, they have no chance.
But you got to sweep them to get the plus 140.
Listen. This is the problem. You know what's going to happen. Even if we get to game 4 and it's 3-0, you know they're going to pull some shit out their ass, and Mikalo Bridges is going to start throwing shots up out of fucking nowhere. and Spencer Dinwiddie's going to act like he's playing on a fucking playground. And James Harden's going to forget how to play basketball again. So there's going to be – I would love a sweep, but it would not surprise me. And Tobias Harris is going to forget he has a $35 million contract. How do we pay him that much? But I do. I would love for that sweep. Any other bets that you got? Any other ones you want to rattle off?
That's all I got. That's all I got for you.
All right. So your secret's out. Okay. You smart Pat. The secret is out. It is out. It was live. It's out. But that's okay because, unfortunately, we could give everybody the secret to life and they'd still fuck it up. So
that's what I'm banking on. I'm betting on that.
All right. So if you want to go ahead and shout out your podcast one more time and where they could find you before we move on to the matchups.
Absolutely. It's the You Bet Smart podcast. So the letter U, Bet Smart podcast. You can find it on Apple, Spotify, and then DM us at You Bet Smart, and we will give you a 50% off promo code through the DM for the first month. It's $50 a month. And listen to this stat, this is pretty crazy. We're on a really good run for 2023. So this normally doesn't happen. But in 2023, if you bet $100 on every star so we put out stars, it means units, like how many units to bet. So if you put $100 on every star in 2023, you would be up $26,000. But that's not a norm. Don't think that happens all the time. So if you sign up, don't think like this is going to happen every 3 months. But we're on a huge streak. So instead of $50 a month, it's $25 a month if you DM us at YouBetSmart on Twitter or all the other social media.
Okay. I wish I'd have met. Oh my God. Okay.
Should have met me 3 months ago.
Exactly. You can't bring people up here and then try to bring them back down. Be like, this doesn't happen. 26,000. This doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's a good marketing thing. It's a good.
I pulled my card out and put it back when he said this doesn't happen. All right, never mind. I guess I will start gambling.
Yeah, you got to bet. It's a lot of fun.
All right. Well, if you right now it is 7:52. I know you said you had to get off at 8 because you had something to do. Whenever you guys want to join us, anytime, let us know, and we will literally pay this back. So if you guys get something together and want us to join, we talk mainly NBA and football, boxing, UFC.
100%. We'll get you on the podcast. We got
Sounds perfect. Sounds perfect. All right, buddy. Well, you have a wonderful night and enjoy your day.
All right. Thanks, guys. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, man.
All right. So next up, let's get into this fucking shit, Jason.
Oh yeah, I'm ready, man.
Are you ready? All right. Who you want to talk about first? Hey, by the way, before we get too far into this, look, I got a light that's flickering. I don't want to fucking fix it right now, so that's why the fucking shit is off. So if it seems a little dark, it's okay. Second of all, make sure you go follow them and subscribe to You Bet Podcast, You Bet Smart Podcast. And if you need some betting help, go sign up for them. Seem very, very smart. I clipped a couple things from them, so hopefully it's good. What's the score right now? 45-34. Okay, let's just talk about Phoenix and Clippers since they are right now. What are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts?
Wait, how's Westbrook doing right now? Are you playing like trash?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even think it matters how well he statistically plays. I think it matters more the type of energy he brings, because he didn't have a great game offensively, stat-wise, game one, but he had some defensive plays that were fucking ridiculous.
Yes and no. I don't think that he can keep going 3 for 19 and they can win off of that. I don't think that's going to keep happening. He needs to, especially with Paul George being gone, they need a consistent scoring option. I know they're deep. They're a very deep team, but they need a consistent scoring option besides Kawhi. And his energy is amazing, but that they got lucky last game. They got very lucky because he was very close to blowing the game for them now. And Westbrook's always going to try hard. No one's ever questioned Westbrook like not having enough energy or not playing with his heart out. He always plays with energy. It's just that he has to be consistent and more efficient. And he still was not that. He was still 3 for 19. And then the shot he took to help them win the game, the shot he took was a terrible shot, and he got fouled on it. If I was Devin Booker shouldn't even contested the shot. Just let him shoot a fadeaway because he's not making it. So Westbrook he's a huge piece to them winning, and that's really what it comes down to, man. I think the Suns are going to beat this team, though. Just Katie needs to be more aggressive. That's really it, man.
Oh, yes. I completely agree with you.
Katie has to be more aggressive.
I think the Suns are going to beat this team. Well, look, listen. There's a lot of things that happened against that game. It's not just Westbrook. So he's not going to go 3 for 19. Do you see what I'm saying? He's not going to go 3 for 19 all the time.
Oh, no.
But at the same time, is Terrence Mann going to play out of his mind like he played? Is Eric Gordon, like they had a very, very good game all around from a lot of players. So, and I mean, yes. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. How are they going to show up every game? Because that's really what happens when you're one star and Russ is no longer a star. So when you're one star and you're just one star with a whole bunch of other people around you, role players, you need them to come up big. And they came up very big in that game. So my question is, are they going to play that same way? Because I don't think Durant's not going to take a shot in the last 5 minutes of the game. Let's not act like they didn't have a chance to win that game. So that's what, like a lot of people are acting like, oh, they're going to trouble. He's not going to not take a shot in 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah, no, the Suns are going to win this series. And that's all I was saying. Like, they need another consistent scoring option. Like, Westbrook needs to be better. Like, Kawhi is going to be Kawhi. He's great. He's always going to be fine in the playoffs. But they need somebody else because the Suns have 3 players that can really give it to. We'll say 2 for sure. Devin Booker and KD are giving you buckets every single night. So you need to be able to neutralize that And if you only have Kawhi throwing up 38 points and you got Westbrook, who's supposed to be your second best player on the team, throwing up 3 for 19, that's not going to work. Now they have other like the backups that were helping, but that needs to keep happening. And I don't think that's going to keep happening. That's like saying like I don't think Rui Hachimura is going to keep scoring 29 points in the Lakers series. You know, like they need more consistent options, but that's different because they don't need that. But with the Clippers, they need players. They need their role players to consistently show up on a consistent basis, and that's not going to happen. I mean, KD was only shot 15 shots last game, so that's not good. And then Chris Paul had 11. I think he had 11 rebounds that game too. He just needs to be more consistent with scoring, so they'll be fine. They're not going to lose to the Clippers. There's no way.
I think I agree with everything that you're saying, except for the Russell Westbrook part. We need to stop.
What about it?
We need to stop. Russell Westbrook is who the fuck Russell Westbrook is. He's been this way forever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you become older and your athleticism goes and stuff like that, you become a shell of yourself. So looking at him to be a second scorer consistently for that team is not what his role is going to be. His role is exact. Now, should he go 3 for 19? No, but maybe he goes 8 for 19. He has not been a consistent scorer most of his fucking career.
No, not at all.
So he's a volume scorer. He's a volume scorer. So that's
a lot of shots.
Yeah, so he's a volume shooter. So that's what I'm saying. So what we're asking Russell Westbrook to do is something that's out of character. That's the same thing that the Lakers asked him to do. They're not asking him to do this. They're just saying go be Russ. And as long as Russ can be Russ, I'm not saying the Suns are in trouble. The Suns I thought this was going to be a tough series regardless. I'm not saying they're in trouble, but I thought this would be a 6-7 game series at the start of it, depending on Paul George. And if Paul George was here, I definitely think they would have won. But I think they could be in trouble. And I don't think it has to do with as much as the Clippers were just way more fucking physical.
Yeah, I don't think the Suns are ready for that. I gotta remember the Suns are pretty soft. KD soft. DeAndre Ayton is probably the softest big man besides Rudy Gobert, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So
he only had 5 rebounds. I think he had 8 rebounds last game. Like Chris Paul can have more rebounds than you. You're the tallest player in the whole building, bro.
Exactly. So I'm not saying they're in trouble, but I'm saying I'm a little worried. David Young, hello. How you doing? Warriors are more trouble than the Suns. I 100% agree with you on that.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
But I said on this podcast, I tweeted out not too long ago that I thought that I was going to do a bet on the Kings to come out of the West. And my theory on that was they are being completely disrespected. I love De'Aaron Fox. If you have followed me for a while, I said De'Aaron Fox should have been drafted ahead of Markelle Fultz. And if we would have got De'Aaron Fox instead of Markelle Fultz, we wouldn't have had the fucking Ben Simmons problems because we would have put that bitch at small forward. So, so I've said that for a long, long time. But I put money on the Warriors to win the series on Friday. I put money on it, very small bet, $10, not much, but I put money on it, plus 240, win $24 off of it. So it wasn't that big of a deal, but that's how confident I was about it. The Warriors, I don't want to say the Warriors are a shell of themselves, but this home and road split bothered the fuck out of me because that is not championship metal. And that's what the Warriors have.
Games on the road, man. No team has ever won. No team that won the finals has ever won the finals again. Losing 30 road games. It's never happened. No team has ever won the finals losing 30 road games.
No, I don't even think they were going to make the finals. Like I said, I thought they could be. But this is my issue. That tells me that Steph Curry's doing his stuff, Klay Thompson's doing his stuff, and Draymond Green is a shell of what he used to be. But at the same time, your role players aren't stepping up. Because role players, when you game, role players play great at home. So on the road, that's something unusual. Because it seemed like you always had that, or maybe they just lost a step. Just in my opinion, seeing that split bothered me so well. I'm like, look, even if you guys win 1 or 2 games on the road, you could still lose 1 or 2 games on home. So I think the Warriors are in deep doo-doo. I think they win one. I think they win this game at home. They win one at home. depending on what happens with Draymond. And then 4, since the issue, I don't want to say. I think the Kings win in 6. I think it'll go back 2-2. I think it'll go back 2-2. Kings will win game 5, and then they'll close them out game 6 because Draymond Green will do some stupid ass shit again.
I think they might win in 5, man.
They might.
They might win in 5.
They might. Like,
I
could
think
see
the
that.
Warriors are going to win both home games because last game Jordan Poole only played 13 minutes, and that's not good. And not only that, but it's like if you watch the game, right? Like towards the end of the game, they literally resorted to just chucking up threes. Like they can't score inside at all. When the Kings are one of the worst defensive teams inside the paint, so they weren't taking no easy shots. They were just launching threes the entire time, and that's not going to work because they were all over Steph Curry the entire game. Like he did not shoot like good from the
Davion Mitchell. Oh my goodness.
0 for 5 from the 3-point line in the fourth quarter. That's not.
That's also because he's doing too much.
But he
has to.
Yes. Yeah, he has to. I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because Andrew Wiggins was 1 for 8 for 3-pointer, 1 for 9. Like Andrew Wiggins is terrible. He hasn't played in forever, so he's not himself. Jordan Poole is barely playing, and you need Jordan Poole. Draymond Green is not a scoring option at all. And then you have Kevon Looney, who's a garbage big man. He's there, and they can't rebound. Like their leading rebounder for the playoffs right now is Kevon Looney, who's averaging 8 rebounds a game. If your top rebounder on your team is 8 rebounds, like there's no way you're gonna you're not, because you gotta remember the Warriors are good in fast break and then transition. Yeah. And if you're not getting rebounds, you can't get on the fast break. You can't get in transition. And they're terrible in the half court, like we've seen it. They're garbage. And not only that, they can't play defense. They're 21st in defense. They're 21st in rebounding. And there's literally nobody on the team that can keep De'Aaron Fox in front of him in the fourth quarter. I cannot see it. He just, once it's in the pick and roll, Kevon Looney has no idea what he's doing in the pick and roll, and then he's easy mid-range shots. So there's no way they wouldn't. Like, it's sad because I like the Warriors, but they're not winning.
I respect Clay and them, but again, everything that you're saying is just kind of what watching the 2 games, I was just like, yeah, they're gonna be close because they're the Warriors, and you always have a chance with Steph and Clay.
Always.
In that second game, they searched out Looney on the fucking pick and roll because Draymond Green was out. Mm-hmm. And so they completely searched him out. So, and again, I agree with they're in Draymond Green's head and they understand. Yeah. And that's Draymond Green. I don't want to say he has become a horrible thing to the team because he provides so much to that team. He literally is the motor for the team, but he's also become a detriment because now they literally have no problem searching him out and mentally fucking with him. And it seems like in his older age, he is, and being in the media, he is way more touchy-feely than he used to be.
Yes.
And he's doing stupid ass things. Like, yes, Sabonis grabbed your leg, but motherfucker, you stepped on him. Did you see that, Jeremy?
Yeah, I saw it.
I saw that live.
The WWE?
Yeah, I saw it.
The Super Mario Bros.
What'd you think of that?
I wanted to see a fight afterwards.
You will never see that. Sabonis didn't want those problems.
Yeah, I just want to see a fight.
Yeah, you won't see that in the NBA no more.
Like punches thrown, bloody lips.
Unless it's the Timberwolves fighting each other.
Draymond Green and Jordan Poole.
Yeah. But I'm gonna be honest. I think some of their issue is this year is something that, like, okay, you let Gary Payton go and you bring him back after he signed a nice contract. You paid Jordan Poole. I'm gonna be honest. Jordan Poole is over fucking rated.
He needs more than 13 minutes.
No. Jordan Poole, I'm telling you right now, listen to me very carefully, okay? How many players have looked good with the Warriors, and how many players have not looked good when they left the Warriors?
A lot of players have not looked good with the Warriors.
Okay,
Russell didn't look good with the Warriors.
No, but of course that never fit. That never fucking fit. So
Jordan
Andrew
Poole
Wiggins
definitely fits.
No, Jordan Poole fits because fucking Steph and Clay are there. When Steph and Clay need somebody to do it, that's not the guy. That's not
the
him.
Guy? Andrew
they
Wiggins?
don't have him. They don't have him. They don't have a guy. And that's the problem.
But he fits on that team because that's like saying just because he's on the Warriors, he won't work anywhere else. Draymond Green is probably only good on the Warriors. So
Draymond Green would never be as good as what he is now, nor would he ever have the platform that he had. But Draymond Green is good on every fucking team. He just gets away
I don't know
with
about
more.
that.
The reason why is he's not going to be a defense. He won't be a champion. He's not leading anybody to a champion. But have you seen his fucking stats? You love stats. Draymond Green is going to get you 15 and 10 no matter where the fuck he plays, or 10 and 10 no matter where the fuck he plays.
And
10
rebounds.
I'm sorry, 10 points, 10 rebounds in his prime. In his prime, he's getting you 10 and 10 no matter where he plays.
Jordan Poole's not in his prime right now, and I'll take Jordan Poole.
I take Jordan Poole right now over him, but for his contract, no. The problem is they're getting older, and they need that other guy to come up. Andrew Wiggins is too old to be that other guy. And
he's 28.
Andrew Wiggins is too damn old.
That's 28. Not old. If that's the case, then Steph Curry's old.
How long has he been in the NBA?
It has nothing to do with it. He's
How long
not
is
old.
Andrew Wiggins has been in the NBA?
It's 28 years old. 28 years
How
old.
long has Andrew Wiggins been in the NBA?
LeBron James is just Jesus.
Fucking ancient, yes. How long has Andrew Wiggins been in the NBA? It's 9 years.
I don't know.
9.
20. He's still in
9. How many players play another 9 years?
We don't need 9 years from him.
So what do you need? 3 years?
I need 3 years from him. That's
okay, so that's not your replacement. That's what I'm saying. If you need 3 good years from him,
I didn't say Andrew Wiggins isn't the replacement. He's just not good enough to be the replacement.
But no,
Jordan
even
Poole
if
at 28 might be great.
No, yeah, even though he is, but Jordan Poole also would have got his chance at 23, 24. Andrew Wiggins has played 9 years in the league, if he gives you another 3 good years, that's good, but we know who the fuck he is. He's not who he is. It's not like he has potential to be good. We know who Andrew Wiggins is.
Yeah, no, so
that's what I'm saying. So it's not, he's a 9-year vet. Even though he's young, it's not like he's like Jordan Poole's age. We know his potential. He's at his ceiling. He's not like Jalen Brunson or something like that. But at the same time, I don't think Andrew Wiggins I don't think Jordan Poole is that guy. I don't think Jordan Poole is Jalen Brunson.
I don't know, because he's coming off the bench. Like last year in the playoffs, he was amazing.
Who are you going to start?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know, because the thing with the Kings is going against the Kings. It's like certain series I would play him more or less. I genuinely
over who?
Don't know.
Who are you going to start him over?
I don't. It's because he can't play defense. So that's like the thing.
No, it doesn't matter. You can't start him over Curry.
I know
you can't. You're not starting him over Clay, and he's not big enough to go small forward.
And I wouldn't put him on Wiggins, and I wouldn't replace him with Wiggins, because I need somebody to guard De'Aaron
and
Fox.
Clay can't move down. Yeah,
and Clay can't play defense. It would. So I would have to, but like it's by default. But we don't have enough playing time. Like they don't put him in the games enough to know. Like he's always in and out of the lineups. When he's in the starting lineup, he's averaging 22 points a game, and then they keep taking him out. So I don't. I don't know. And they're already a bad defensive team.
Who are you going to put him in front of? That's the problem. The problem isn't.
That's the case where you give him $100 million contract.
That's the problem. That's my problem.
Because I think when Steph's gone, then he's the guy. When Steph's gone,
but when is Steph gone?
Steph is old, but then Steph is still great. So
that's what. So again,
maybe 2 years.
And now you have a defensive line. So you're paying $100 million for 2 years when he's going to come off the bench.
They're all defensive liabilities, honestly. I mean, besides Andrew Wiggins and Draymond Green, no one on the team can really guard anybody. So, I mean, when Andrew Wiggins plays, they're the number 1 defensive team in the league, but they don't. He doesn't play enough. So, I don't know. And, I mean, before Draymond Green got ejected, I think in the fourth quarter, before he got ejected, they were 3 for 8 when Draymond Green played. And then when he got ejected, they were 10 for 15. So, obviously, his presence matters. It's just that the Warriors, like, they're 21st in defense. So, they're not a defensive team. So, we're asking a team that can't play defense to play defense.
You know what help right now? James Wiseman.
James Wiseman would definitely help 100%.
Again, you got rid of James Wiseman for fucking Poole because you would have had to pay James Wiseman in 2 years.
I keep Jordan Poole over James Wiseman.
You can't start him. You're paying 100.
But then again,
you're paying 90.
Listen.
90% of your fucking salary is between guards and a small forward. You can't do that.
Okay, but they gave.
I'm sorry. Yeah, and then you have fucking Gary Payton Jr. that you bring back off of a nice contract.
But did James Wiseman not get sent to the G League because he wasn't getting better? Like you could say that, but James Wiseman was also playing very, very bad. So like he did not get nearly like reach the peak or improve fast enough the way they thought he was. That's why they got rid of him. They gave him plenty of chances, and it just wasn't working. That's why they let go of a lot of the young guys. That's why they go Moody.
But they actually didn't. They didn't.
He did get sent to the G League.
No, so they did not. He got injured, and then they sent him to the G League and kept him on the G League because they let Kevin Looney and fucking Draymond Green more. They did not give him lots of chances. Hell no. Just like Moody and them now. That's why they
Moody
did
never
that.
got a chance. Moody
but last year they did. That's why they did that last year. Last year they gave all of their young players chances.
And it worked.
Yes, but they did not do that with Wiseman. They expected him to come in. Wiseman is out. Have you seen Wiseman with the Pistons?
Wiseman is not good. I'm sorry. I would not take him over Jordan Poole, man. I wouldn't do it.
Look, it's all about fit.
They won a championship with him on the bench.
What do you need?
It's important.
What do you need?
They need a big man. That's all they need. A solid big man. Not even an all-star caliber big man. A good big man. James Wiseman is not a good big man.
7 foot. They don't need a good big man. They need a big man to get rebounds. That's all. They need somebody there to distract the paint.
Zubac would work.
Yeah. Kevin Looney isn't good either. Let's stop acting like he's fucking
Looney
good.
Is also trash. They haven't had a good big man.
No,
in like 10 years.
No, since Andrew Bogut. Exactly.
They don't have a good big man.
Okay, so look, let's move on. We'll get off this one because we can talk about this one forever. Denver. Timberwolves.
Denver and Timberwolves.
Yeah, Denver and the Timberwolves. What do you think of that series?
Denver's going to win very, very easily. Honestly, the Timberwolves just have probably the worst chemistry I've seen in like a long time. And their star players are not good enough. Like Anthony Edwards is very consistent, and Karl Anthony Towns is not a good defender. And I don't think he's going to be able to at least try to neutralize or match Jokic. So I don't think it really matters. They're not good enough.
Could you imagine if they would have just asked for Donovan Mitchell instead of Rudy Gobert?
Oh, that would be amazing. That would be absolutely amazing. That'd be a great team.
Honestly,
Anthony Edwards, Donovan Mitchell.
I'm being 100% honest. I don't give two fucks about this series.
I don't even care about my Heat series, dude. I don't care about the 76ers series.
Hey, motherfucker, you watch your mouth. You care about that series, okay?
That series is terrible. It's like boring.
Okay, so Lakers, Grizzly.
Now that's a good. The Lakers is nice, man. Like watching that game, the fact that LeBron had a bad game and they still did that good is crazy. Like it's something. And Jaren Jackson is really good. Anthony Davis is playing aggressive. I think that he needs to just be healthy. That's the only thing that matters. I think this series, the whole play, because they can really go all the way to the finals. They're that good. Like their role players just work. Like they surround LeBron with just shooters, and that's all he really needs. Like we've seen it with every team he's with. When he was the Heat, he had Battier, Mike Miller, Ray Allen. When he was with the Cavs, he had Kyle Korver. You know, he's always had shooters. Channing Frye, Shumpert, J.R. Smith. So this team is a really, really good team. Like they can go somewhere. And Austin Reeves is that guy. Austin Reeves is good, man. Austin Reeves is amazing.
Okay.
And they play good defense, man. Like you saw how many times they just had to the Grizzlies just chucking up terrible shots with the shot clock running out. Like they're a good defensive team too.
I love this series. I thought I agree with you. The Lakers can make it all the way. I originally had the Lakers and the Suns in the Western Conference Finals. With the Suns.
That could happen.
But my thing is with this whole entire thing right here is I don't think Memphis is a good team.
What do you mean?
Without Ja Morant in the playoffs.
Oh yeah. Okay, without Ja.
Regular season, it's okay. But without Ja Morant, even with Ja Morant, I don't, and I know it's gonna sound bad, and I'm not saying that they can never be a contender. I just don't like how they're constructed with some of the players. I can't fucking stand Dylan Brooks.
I think he's terrible. He's a
thank you. Okay.
That's what reminds me of just a shooting.
Desmond Bane's not bad. I think Jaren Jackson's better when they have Steven
Jaren
Adams.
Jackson is nice.
Yeah.
See, they got no Steven Adams.
Yeah, I know. And Brandon Clark and all that. But the problem that I have is there's just something I don't like about the team constructed as a whole. And it might be Dylan Brooks that keeps fucking turning me off on this team. Because I can't fucking stand his ass. But I think the Lakers, if the Lakers would have made this trade in the beginning of the season, they would be the number 1 seed.
They were the number 1 seed since the trade deadline. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
it's working.
I think this team works great. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Austin Reeves is that guy.
No, Austin Reeves is that guy, man.
Okay, I've said this for years, and just your thought process on it. There is always a guard that plays for a LeBron-led team that nobody's fucking heard of that does amazing. And guess what happens after he leaves or they leave LeBron? Nobody fucking knows where the fuck they're at.
Nobody ever heard of Kyrie Irving?
Not him.
No one ever heard of Dwayne Wade?
That's a superstar. What about Mario Chalmers? What about Norris Cole?
Never even good.
Mario Chalmers scored 25 games in an Eastern Conference Finals game.
Scored 25 games.
25 points in an Eastern Conference Finals game to win a game.
And Rui
6
Hachimura
against.
scored 20.
Hold on. What about Mo Williams?
Mo Williams is not good. He wasn't even good with the Cavs.
Mo Williams was an all-star with the Cavs.
You're naming players that were not good.
Mo Williams was an all-star.
When he was first with the Cavs or the second time with the Cavs?
The first time he was with the Cavs.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's because he was still good.
No. But nobody knew he didn't do anything before the Cavs, after the Cavs. He just did it with the Cavs. Norris Cole was out of the league in fucking 4 years. Okay. Do you remember Matthew Dellavedova?
He averaged 7 points. He wasn't
good.
Okay,
but he got a fucking huge. No, but this is what I'm saying. Alex Caruso.
I don't know what you.
Listen to me. I just named you're naming 7
role players that are
No. But when they played with LeBron, they weren't role players. You're not under
all stars.
Mo Williams was an all-star.
That's it. That's
fucking
it.
Everybody knew who Mario.
No.
Everybody. Hold on. But everybody knew who Matthew Dellavedova was. He was hyped up because he was a white boy that played with LeBron when he was called the Curry stopper in the first finals. Go back and read magazine articles about Curry. He literally ended up getting a nice contract from the Bucks for that series. For like a nice contract.
No, he's on the Kings.
No, he's not in the league no more.
He's on the Kings.
Matthew Dellavedova's not in the league. He's playing in Australia. Unless he just got signed.
He was just on the. I saw him on TV like yesterday.
He's not on the Kings. He
doesn't play. I'm almost sure Matthew Dellavedova.
No, he played in Australia. He literally is an Australian basketball player.
No, I just saw him on TV the other day, man. He doesn't play though. He's like a bench warmer.
Is he really on the fucking Kings right now?
I think it's the Kings.
When the fuck did he get signed by the Kings? God damn it! He got signed by the fucking Kings.
Yeah, he's on the Kings.
But what I'm saying
he's a bench warmer though.
Do I think Austin Reeves is a very capable player? Yes, I think he's a role player. And what I'm telling you is he's going to end up like all those other 7 guys that I just named that it took you a second to remember who the fuck they were. Mario Chalmers had a nickname. Do you know what they chanted in Miami? Super fucking Mario.
Not me. I never liked Mario.
No. But you were 12.
Look, you're naming role players that were with LeBron.
I'm naming
role players their entire career.
I'm naming players that were with LeBron that were elevated. Okay. They were elevated. Yes, they were a role player, but because of their height. They were elevated higher than a role player, not stars, but their elevation and their height became based off of contracts. It would be like Matthew Dellavedova isn't even a role player. He's a bench warmer.
First of all, he's super duper old. He's out the league. You're naming when Mario Chalmers was with the Heat, he was a role player. When Norris Cole played with LeBron, he was a role player. Alex Caruso averaged 11 points a game. That is a role player. And he went to the Bulls and he's doing the same thing.
I have a question. So how many 11-point averagers that come off the bench that you barely know, do you know their name? That's not on your team.
That's not on my. I can give you a bunch of role players. I'm not even going off of points. I'm just giving you role players. That's literally what you want. But I can name a billion role players.
Everybody knows Alex Caruso. Alex Caruso almost got voted to a fucking All-Star game. Yes, with the Lakers.
But he's never been on an All-Star team, and he got voted because of his popularity.
That's why. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say.
So what you're saying is the players become more popular, but you're not saying they become better.
No, but they don't get better, but because of their popularity and the hype, they get elevated as a player, even though they're still a role player.
That's anybody that goes to the plays with LeBron. They're more popular, but they're the same player. They just give
Austin Reeves. That is Austin Reeves.
Austin Reeves is more popular, but he's still the same guy he was before.
He's going to be a role player.
To any other, and he's a role player now. What do you mean going to be? That's what he is now. And if he goes to any other team, he'll probably still be a role player.
Have you seen what people are predicting with LeBron? Did you hear what LeBron said about Austin Reeves?
Look,
they're not saying he's a. They're not saying he's a fucking role player.
First of all, that's I'm not gonna sit there and call one of my teammates. I mean, he had a good game, but at the end of the day, he's a role player. I'm not gonna do that.
No, that's not what he said. That's not what he said. He said he knew he knew from training camp that he was fucking gonna be.
That's what I'm saying. He knew immediately that he's gonna be good.
I'm telling you,
that's a good teammate. What do you want LeBron to say?
I'm telling you,
role player at the end of the day.
What do you think he's gonna end up being?
Same thing he is now.
Okay,
Jordan
so we're
Poole
on this
type of player, a role player.
Jordan Poole makes $100 million fucking dollars.
Yo, Poole is a role
player.
That's
not a role player.
What is Tobias Harris? Like he's a fourth option.
He plays 13 minutes a game.
But no. The problem is, listen, just because you play that, he plays 13 minutes because he signed Steph Curry. Just because you play that, when you sign a certain amount of money of a contract, that is not a role player contract. He is not. Jordan Poole is not getting paid $100 million to be a role player. They're paying him $100 million to be a fucking superstar after Steph Curry leaves. He's getting paid very simple. So you can't say he's a Jordan Poole player because they're paying him.
I'm saying what he is right now, though. You gotta remember, Austin was playing with Anthony Davis.
He's not a Jordan Poole player. Jordan Poole has literally been
a regular guy. First of all, Austin was averaging, ever since he's been the starting line, he's been averaging 18 points a game. So this is not some trash white guy. Like, this guy actually knows how to play basketball. I'm not saying he's an all-star. I'm not saying he'll be a top 20 player. I'm not even saying he's a lockdown. But he's a good, viable third or maybe third option for the Lakers to help. You need a third option.
No, I'm done. See, that's what I'm saying. Okay, for the Lakers, for this team right now, yes.
That's what he is. And that's
on
probably
on any other team,
he's probably still the fourth best player, if that. Like
no. On any other team, he's riding the bench. That's what I'm telling you. You're doing.
Name another player that's averaging 18 points that's going to ride the bench.
Trust me, I'm telling you. You're doing exactly what I'm saying.
Where's he averaging 18 points?
Since the trade deadline, he's been averaging 18 points. He's been in the starting lineup 25 times. Because points
as a starter. As a
starter.
You're doing
in 22 games in the regular season in 22-23, he's averaging 13 points per game.
No.
Yeah, you got to be careful when you name stats around
in 21 and 22, he in 19 games started, he averaged 7.3.
21 and 22. That's 2021. He wasn't getting the ball. He was riding the bench.
2022, he started 22 games and he averaged 13 points a game.
No, in 64, but he's saying during those 22 he's saying during those 22 starts, he averaged 18 points a game. That's what he's saying. Because they break it down like that stupidly. So basically what they'll say, where'd Jason go?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know where the fuck he went.
But I mean, he
probably tried to do something on his phone and it didn't realize. So, what I'm trying to explain to people is exactly what just happened. He is getting elevated because he's playing with LeBron. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying Austin Reeves is not a great guy. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying he's not going to end up being a great guy. I'm saying that he is at some point in time, he is just an average guy. And I know it's not like, oh yeah, because he's averaging 18 points and starting, but you got to go through that whole entire thing. He's averaging 13 points for the season, coming off the bench or whatnot on his minutes. But I just think he's going to be an average guy. I can pull, and he reminds me a lot of Mo Williams, kind of, was what I'm trying to compare, and I kept using the wrong fucking guy. I kept using what's it called, but Mo Williams averaged roughly. He had a couple good games with Milwaukee, 17 points a game. He got to Cleveland. When he went to Cleveland, he started averaging 17, 15, 14, 15, 13. Had his assists go up. He was an all-star 1 year in 2009, averaging 17 points a game. Then it rapidly declined. So that's all I'm saying. What is the and then my Sixers. We'll talk about my Sixers real quick before I get off. Jeremy, I love when you come in and call people out besides just myself. I think my Sixers are going to the championship. I think all the other teams are not ready for this shit. If James Harden continues playing the way that he plays, fuck it. I'm ready for it. That's about it. Because really, honestly, I don't care about the Cavs and the Knicks. I don't give a fuck about that series. I don't care about the Heat and the Bucks. I don't give a fuck. Maybe during the second round of the playoffs, we'll come in and see. As far as our picks are going right now, here he comes. Did you try to look something up? On your phone? Why am I hearing an echo? What's he doing?
Is he muted?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, why? It's echoing.
Hello?
It's echoing.
Your camera's slowly moving up. All right, so right now, judging based off of our games, you had Denver and LA, Lakers, and you had New Orleans and Memphis. So New Orleans didn't make it, and the Lakers are the 7th seed, the Timberwolves are the 8th seed. But so you also had Golden State playing Phoenix, and Sacramento playing the Clippers. But you had Sacramento winning, Memphis, Phoenix, and Denver. So I mean, technically, you could still have all your right players in the second round. You see what I'm saying? All the right teams. Because you have Sacramento and Denver in the finals, in the Western Conference Finals. I had Denver and OKC, Phoenix and Golden State, Sacramento, and I had the Lakers. So right now, Denver, Phoenix, Sacramento, and the Lakers, I had winning. So basically, we have the same besides one team. You have Memphis, I have the Lakers. You don't watch basketball, and we still basically pick the same fucking teams. Fucking crazy, okay? Okay, so just to get to the second round, in the East, you had Milwaukee, you had New York, which New York is up 1 game. You had Philly, you had Boston. All that looks good right now. I had Milwaukee, Cleveland, Philly, and Boston. So my Cleveland pick doesn't look good right now, but it's only 1 game. It's not that big a deal. And Phoenix is winning 68-61 right now. So, Jeremy, do you want to say anything before we get off? You've been extremely quiet, but I know you don't watch NBA.
I don't really know much about NBA.
I need to get a fucking Golden Knight shirt.
I'm just a stat guy.
I need to get a Golden Knight shirt.
Well, I do too, but I don't have $4 million to buy one.
Shirt.
Don't matter if it's a shirt. It don't matter if it's a fucking headband. It's fucking expensive.
So, Jason, before
My phone is dying.
Oh, we can
that's
hear
okay.
you now.
We can hear you. We're about to get off. Just do you want to give your playoff picks before we get off? I can give you the series and you can just pick who wins and who loses.
Go ahead.
Okay, so Denver versus the fucking Timberwolves.
I'm gonna go Denver, man.
All right, and then Phoenix versus the Clippers.
Phoenix.
Sac versus Golden State.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the Kings, man.
And then Lakers versus Memphis.
Lakers, man, all day. So who y'all got going to the finals?
I have the Sixers and Phoenix. He has Denver and Milwaukee.
So you have faith in your Sixers?
Yes, I do.
Denver. Milwaukee.
Okay, you said the Lakers over Memphis, right?
Yeah, Lakers over Memphis.
So I have the same four teams you have in the second round. He has Memphis as over the Lakers. Whereas Memphis advancing instead of Lakers.
Oh, you think Memphis is gonna beat the Lakers with like Ja Hurt?
Well, we picked this at the last Saturday.
And you got to understand, I don't watch the NBA.
He doesn't watch the NBA, so he just randomly picked. Wait till we get to the East, and you'll understand. His finals is Denver versus Milwaukee.
Denver versus Milwaukee.
Yep. So who would you have? Denver versus Phoenix. Would you have Phoenix winning or Denver winning that?
Phoenix.
And then Sacramento versus the Lakers.
Lakers.
Phoenix versus the Lakers.
Lakers, man. Let's go Lakers.
So we have the same. Our bracket is identical.
Actually, really?
Yeah. Besides, I have Phoenix and you have LA, but everybody else is the same. I picked Phoenix just because of the fact that I was like, I would like LeBron to win, but I don't know. I think Phoenix with Durant, if they make it to the Western Conference Finals, I think it's over. Okay, so if Phoenix makes it to the Western Conference Finals, I don't think the Lakers beat them.
Interesting.
Because you give them another 12 games or another 8 games at minimum of winning to get together and build. But
you said you didn't think that mattered though. The chemistry.
No, I don't think it matters as much when it comes to playing like in the very couple of first rounds. But when you're talking about two great teams like these two teams are, that matters. That matters a lot. Especially the Lakers would have more. I just think when it gets down to it, the Phoenix Suns would have too much at that point in time over the Lakers.
Okay.
Milwaukee Heat. Who do you have?
Milwaukee, man.
Okay. Knicks, Cleveland.
That's a boring series. Cleveland.
I don't care about that series either.
Yeah, I don't care about
that. Sixers, Nets.
Sixers. That's an easy one.
Okay. Boston and Hawks.
Boston.
All right. Who do you have? Boston or the Sixers?
See, that's a hard one. I want to say the Celtics, man.
Okay.
I like Joel Embiid. I want him to win something so bad.
I do too.
I don't know, but he ain't playing that good.
No. Milwaukee versus Cleveland.
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee versus Boston.
That's a hard one. And Giannis we trust, man. I'm gonna say Bucks, man.
Bucks versus Lakers.
Dang, that's crazy. I'm about to pick who's gonna win the championship.
Yep.
I'm gonna say Giannis, man. I'm gonna say Giannis. I want to say the Lakers, but I'm gonna say Giannis, man.
So all three of us have different winners. I had Phoenix beating Philly in the finals. He has the Bucks beating Denver, and you have the Bucks beating the Lakers. So you guys picked on the same thing, and he doesn't.
So he's got the Bucks winning it all.
Yep, he's got the Bucks winning it all against Denver. And all of our Eastern conferences look very similar, except for I have Boston beating Philly. So your Eastern Conference, I have Cleveland beating New York, but he has New York beating Cleveland.
He has New York. Really?
Yep.
It's gonna be them.
You don't understand. He just throws the dart.
Oh, he was just guessing or something.
Yeah, he does not watch basketball at all. NBA basketball. He watches WNBA, but does not watch NBA basketball at all.
But every year my picks are
very, very close. We do this every year. Why do you watch
the WNBA, not the NBA?
When you go to a game with us, you'll understand.
No, but I actually like WNBA. But why that over at the NBA? I'm just curious.
He didn't really watch basketball until we started, and then we started watching the WNBA.
Yeah.
I think going to the games changes everything. If you can actively root for players. Why am I answering for you, Jeremy? Go ahead and answer. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know why I do anything. Eric knows the answers to everything. Like,
there we go. So that's it.
I literally don't know why I do anything.
But if you can actively root for the players and you can associate yourself with them, of course, them being a hotel team, when we first started, we were doing hometown teams because it was during the pandemic. So we would have the Knights, the Raiders, and the Aces at the same time on one video. So that might have got him into that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But once you go to a game, it's over with.
Okay.
He said he's going to a game with us this year.
Yeah, and I want to see a WNBA game. I'm ready. I want to see Caitlin Clark play.
Caitlin Clark can't even play in the WNBA.
I know, but that's
he watched Caitlin Clark, and all of a sudden he's a WNBA.
Hey, Jeremy, you watch college basketball, like the women's college basketball?
No, not really.
No, that's some good basketball right there, man. That's some good stuff.
He watched Caitlin Clark, and now he watches.
Dude.
I've been talking about WNBA.
You want to see a girl go crazy? That is the best girl I've ever seen.
He watched Caitlin Clark play, and now he's going crazy.
She's literally Michael Jordan, man. I've never seen anything like it. She is the best basketball player I've ever seen.
But she lost in the finals, so she's not Michael.
Dude, Jeremy also knows she's on the worst team possible. Her team's garbage, and she dragged them to a national championship. So she's pretty good.
All right, so Jason, do you have anything you want to say?
Caitlin Clark, was that the Iowa?
Yes, the white girl.
Yes. See, you know. She's nice, man. She's nice.
The
no,
one that got. Nope. I'm not getting into this conversation. We'll be here.
No, we can go on all day about this. But
we'll be here another 20 minutes.
I will say though, the Austin Reeves stats. I was talking about the starting stats when he starts.
Yeah, we know.
18.
Yeah.
And then when he's during the regular season, he'll start 22 games. So and those 22
games.
Hey,
you know who averaged 18? You know who averaged almost 18 points a game? Cool. Playing with LeBron? Mo Williams.
Mo Williams was an all-star at the time, so I would hope an all-star can.
But he was just saying.
Yeah. All right, man. But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go, man.
Yep, we getting off anyway. We getting off at the same time.
Have an amazing podcast. Hope y'all blow up and all that type
of stuff. And right now it's 79-75 Phoenix.
Oh, I gotta watch that actually right now.
Yeah, it's all right now. Yep.
And then let me know when y'all talk about basketball again too, man.
We're probably second round.
Are y'all doing Saturday too still or no?
Yeah, we do Saturday. It's just it's mostly just whatever we want to talk about then.
And then today was just like a random day.
Yep, because randomly I don't do basketball enough. So at the second round, we'll probably do another show to get together, just talk about what's going on in the second round.
All right, man.
All right, man. All right, see you later.
All right, man.
All right, Jeremy, whenever you're ready, take us out.
All right, put me in, coach.
Peace. Oh, fuck. I don't even have the banner up. I ain't even fucking ready. Wait.